Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is JL for those of you that may not know, and today we're going to be doing this lime green makeup look, or lime green cut crease eyeshadow look. If you guys are looking at me right now and wondering why I look completely different from my thumbnail or the clip that I just showed you, that is because I lost the entire first part of my video footage. I found that out when I went to edit my video, that I was missing the entire first half, so I was like, let me just sit down, hop on camera, and do the whole intro all over again, because I wanted to show you guys the palette and chat with you guys a little bit. So for today's video, we are going to be going in with this palette. This is the Makeup Revolution x Tammi Tropical Carnival eyeshadow palette. This is an 18 pan palette. It's super colorful, super beautiful, and it looks like this. Absolutely stunning. I mean, just look at that, amazing. This palette retails for, I believe, $15. I could be wrong, but I'll make sure to have it on the screen as I normally do. And it's just a really fantastic palette. I've had so much fun playing with it, and you guys are going to see that in a few moments. I do want to say this is a black collab, and I want to point that out specifically because they are so rare and few and far between. And not only is this a black collab, but this is Tammi's second collab with Makeup Revolution. And yesterday, actually, she launched her third collaboration with them, which is basically unheard of. If you look in the world of makeup and you see how many brands collaborate with people of color versus white influencers or makeup artists, however you want to say it, there's a disparity there. And if you look at the amount of collaborations with black makeup artists versus non-black makeup artists, it's an even bigger disparity. It's an issue, and it's something that has to be addressed. I am very, very, very genuine when I say that it is just as important for you to support black collaborations as it is for you to support black-owned brands. And the reason is because when you do that, you are sending a message that not only do these black creators deserve chances and opportunities that aren't there, but you're sending a message that black voices matter, black representation matters, black talent matters, black creativity matters, black money matters, black shades matter, and that we should have just as much offered to us as any other person. And that doesn't always happen. And if you guys need even more proof, go and look at the Pull Up for Change or Pull Up or Shut Up Instagram. I'll have that link down below as I did in my last video. Go and check out Tammi's page. I actually just implore you to do that in general because she has such an amazing YouTube page. She's a YouTuber here, if I did not say that already. She is a YouTuber and a makeup artist. She's on TikTok, she's on Instagram, she's on YouTube, she's on Twitter as well. And her makeup skills are next level. They're so beautiful. All of her looks are beautiful, and she puts in so much effort into it, and she always creates the most gorgeous looks. But she doesn't have as big of a following as she deserves. Now, don't get me wrong. She's had 3 collections with Makeup Revolution. She has a following. I'm a part of that following. But because I am somebody that's been a part of that following for so long, I can tell you that, and this may piss somebody off when I say it, but I can tell you that were she a white influencer, she would probably have 1 million followers by now, because she's that talented and that amazing. And if not 1 million, then very, very, very close to it. And instead, she doesn't. And she deserves so much more support and so much more of a following than she has. So I really highly encourage you, no matter what race you are, if you aren't supporting her, to go and at least comment on something, like something. And if you like what you see, to follow her and offer that support. If you happen to like Makeup Revolution, you have some of these palettes in your collection, make sure you pick up her palette. Her first one, I believe, is the Tropical Paradise palette. This one is the Tropical Carnival palette. And now she has the Tropical Twilight palette, I believe it's called. And it's not just a palette, it's an entire collection this time, which I did order and I will be reviewing on my channel very soon, as soon as it gets here. So keep an eye out for that. But please support Black collabs. They are so, so, so important. And it really does make a difference when you do that. All right, so the only other thing that I wanted to point out is when the video starts, it kind of starts smack dab in the middle of the tutorial. The only thing that you really missed was me explaining exactly what I was doing at the beginning. So essentially, I took this jade green shade right here, and it is called Definitely, and I patted that all over my lid. And then on top of that, I took the shade St. Catherine, which is this deeper, truer green shade right here, and I just patted that right atop the jade green shade, and I started to blend, and that's kind of right where the tutorial picks up, so that's just going to kind of fill in the blanks there. If you guys already are more intrigued about me and this channel and this community, please consider subscribing, like this video, comment down below. Outside of that, please enjoy the rest of the tutorial. So as you guys can see, I do have a little teensy bit of fallout right here, but that's why we're doing the concealer last, to pick up. So when we brush it off, we can like make sure we're covering up everything. Alright, so now that we have this patted down, what we're going to do is just not add any more product to the brush, but start the blending process. So I'm starting in small circular motions to blend these two greens together even more. And we were patting to make sure we got the absolute most pigment out of these greens, because I really want the pigment to show up. And we're just going to start blending these out a bit, so that we can start diffusing that color at the edges and make it a really pretty gradient. This is nice and blended. Honestly, these shadows are so easy to work with. This is very nicely formulated. So that is amazing. Right, now I'm going to pick up this Morphe brush. This is from the Credible set, so it doesn't have a specific number, at least not when it didn't when I got it, and it just looks like this. It's a nice fluffy brush. I'm going to pick up this really pretty like mustardy yellow shade. I think it's pronounced Jover. I'm going to be going in with that. Tapping off the excess, and then I am just going to very lightly sweep this up in near the brow bone and just really try to blend this out. I'm not tapping this particular shade down because this is just kind of to help complete the gradient, and I want this to be much more soft. I am going to be picking up this Danielle eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to be using that to carve out my cut crease. Okay, so the vibe for today was most definitely the half cut crease. And I am just going to smooth out these edges a tad. So for the shimmer shade, I'm taking this very top green shade called Calypso. It's a very pretty lime green. And we're going to just be popping that right onto where we cut the crease. The shade is super pretty, but it definitely needs a little bit of help just to really get it to pop. So I am going to spray my brush with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. You know, actually I'm not. I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus for this. Okay, so I definitely oversaturated my brush, so I have a little bit of streaking along the lids. That is totally user error. It's not on this palette. Sometimes when you go in with a little bit too much Fix Plus, you can risk like messing up the shimmer and making it a little bit too wet, and then you might be left with some like cracking and stuff. So that is kind of what happened here, but again, that's on me. That's not on this palette. That was my bad. So I very quickly, I'm just going to finish up this eye while we're here. I want to just define this cut crease a little bit. So I'm picking up the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eye and Body Liquid Liner in the shade White. And I'm just going to, right along where I carved the crease out, define it just a tad bit with some of this white liner. This stuff is great, but it can be a little sticky when you first apply it. So you just have to go slow and be careful. Feeling like it just needs a little something to build it up a little bit more. I like this, but I just feel like it's missing something. And I'm feeling very like Tammi inspired right now because this is totally her thing. If you're hearing any noises, by the way, one, my chair is super creaky, and two, my dogs are in the room with me again because they like being in the room while I'm filming. So I am just going to very quickly, I think what I'm going to do is just add in a little bit of a like greeny shimmer shade. So I have this Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art glitter over here. So for some reason this is picking up part of the shadow, possibly because I did put too much Fix Plus right in that area. So that's very concerning. So what I'm going to do is just put some more of this green lime shade right back on top and try to fix it up a little bit. Okay guys, so I don't know what I did here. I think it's partially because I did have too much Fix Plus, so the shadow wasn't as intact, and partially because this I think might not be the best formula. This from the Revlon right here, this little shimmer thing. So it started picking up the shadow, so I just kind of went back and piled some more on. I'm not going to do the same thing on this side just because I don't want to mess up anything and risk it not looking good. But there is a little bit of shimmer, but it's only going to be on this side for that reason because that was not planned. So this is the basis of what I wanted to do. Now let's deepen up the outer corner a bit. So to deepen that up, I'm going to go back in with the shades St. Catherine. I'm going to go back in with the shade St. Catherine, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this black shade Jab Jab, and I'm going to just deepen up the outer corner a little bit. Alright guys, so I'm just going to very quickly hop off camera, do my other eye, pop on my lashes, and then I will do the rest of my face. Sorry. Alrighty, you guys, I have my base on completely and my lips and everything. If you guys want to know what I use, I will have everything linked down below, or listed rather, of everything listed down below of exactly what I use. Now let's go ahead and finish up this look with this palette. So for under the eyes, I'm just going to take the shades St. Catherine and Jouvert, however you say that. I'm going to just take these two shades and blend out underneath my eyes. And for the inner corner, I think what I'm going to do, I don't see a shade in the palette that I want to use in the inner corner right now. So I think what I'm going to do is take my highlight shade, which is this shade After Hours from Wonder Beauty, and pop that in the inner corner. Alright you guys, and this is your completed look. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think it's so beautiful. This palette, even though I had my own user error where I did apply a little bit too much Fix Plus, and then I tried to do the whole glitter thing and that didn't work out. This palette performed beautifully. I will say for the shimmers, you probably will need to apply less Fix Plus than I did just to really get it to pop. But once it does, it's absolutely stunning. And there are a lot of other shimmer shades in here that I did not even get to. So there's so many beautiful, good shades. The mattes blend and perform beautifully. And I just already know I'm going to be creating so many more good looks with this palette. I've had this in my collection for a little over a month now, I think. I have played with it before, but I haven't gotten to do a look like this, and it's just so pretty. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I feel beautiful, and I'm just so glad. Please remember that Tammi does have a brand new collection. This is her largest collection yet with Makeup Revolution. It is her 3rd collection. Please support her. It would mean so much to me as a fan of her, and I'm sure to her, because she deserves so much more support than what she gets. And don't get me wrong, she has a following, I'm a part of it, but she deserves a much bigger following than what she has. So please make sure that you guys go out, show up, support that palette. Please show up and show out, go and support that collection, and let them know that they need to partner with more Black faces in makeup. It's so important. So with all that being said, thank you guys again so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys tune in on Monday. I know I've never upload on Mondays, but we have a special series that is launching on my channel on Monday. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you're notified the minute that video goes live. Subscribe as well so that you can join the community if you're not already. Like this video. Make sure to comment down below. Let me know if you have this palette, if you're going to pick it up, and if there are any other Black collabs or Black-owned brands that you think I should look up and potentially try out, as well as anything else that you are interested in me kind of doing a look on or seeing. If there's any particular type of looks that you would like me to see from this palette or something else, let me know. Chat with me in the comments. Outside of that, I will see you all in my next video. Oh, I do have down below some very important links. I have links where you can donate, where you can get involved in getting justice for Breonna Taylor. I have links for bail funds, for a bunch of different things. So make sure that you guys head down to the description box so you can figure out how you can help out in this fight for justice. Never forget that Black Lives Matter. Never forget that you're amazing. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, my loves.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last